for Nayaks. Do you know that?
Yes, ma'am. I'm aware
do you know
of that.
Shekawat? Bairam Singh Shekawat?
No.
No? Okay. Sharath Nayak.
Yes.
What do you mean by Sharath?
Ma'am, Sharath, it signifies the season. Sharath means it's autumn season when it is translated into English.
Okay. So Gugulavath Sharath Nayak. Gugulavath is his surname. Okay. So Jagityal. What is famous about Jagityal?
First, economically, it is an agrarian economy, ma'am. Horticulturally, mangoes are very special in Jagityal, which is mostly famous for Banginpalli.
Banginpalli.
Yes, ma'am. It is exported to mostly 15 states in India, mostly in Delhi also.
Okay.
Then historically, being ruled by Nizams, there are some forts like a star-shaped fort which is rarely visible in Indian history, which is present in Jagityal, ma'am.
Okay. You have Pandagat also?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. You belong to the state of Telangana?
Yes.
And you stay in Hyderabad?
Yes, ma'am.
So, state of Telangana. When did the state of Telangana form?
2014, ma'am.
What is the ideology for Telangana?
It revolved around water, employment and funds, ma'am.
Is the government successful, KCR government?
To a greater extent, it has been successful.
Seriously?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. To a greater extent, it is successful.
Yes, ma'am. But there are some issues also regarding.
Where it is successful, where still it has to work on. Where is the lag?
In terms of GDP, there has been doubling of GDP in the last 7 to 8 years, ma'am. When it is formed, it contributed only 5 lakh crores to the GDP, the state GDP. Now at present, it is 11.7 lakh crores, ma'am. In terms of per capita income, the per capita income of the people has also doubled in the state of Telangana, and there is immense growth in terms of pharmaceutical sector and irrigated land also because of this irrigation projects in Telangana. But there are some lacunas like that of employment, unemployment issue, some recent agricultural issues like paddy procurement issue, where the government is heading to resolve the issues also.
So, what is the significance of Kalashvaram project to Telangana?
Kalashvaram project, it is irrigating around 45 lakh acres in Telangana, ma'am, whereby it is covering most of the agricultural land, which are usually drought areas before Kalashvaram project.
What is the expenditure for Kalashvaram?
Ma'am, I will like to get updated. Sorry,
okay. So, how many acres of agricultural land was acquired for Kalashvaram?
Sorry, ma'am, I will like to get updated.
Belong to Kandlapalli, Chellapalli, Veerampur. The Chellapalli is same area of Chellapalli jail?
No, ma'am. Okay. It's a small village in Birpur, Jagityal district.
Okay. Which belong to tribal community from Telangana?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you name few tribes in Telangana?
Gonds, Nayak Ports, Kondareddis. These are the three.
Do you support subclassification of tribal groups in Telangana for jobs and employment and education? Yes. Subclassification.
Recently, there are many issues since 2 or 3 years going in Telangana regarding the reservation benefits that are mostly cornered by some sort of community like Lambadas, because most of the Adivasi populations which are highly residing in tribal in forest areas who are unable to avail the benefits, ma'am. So in this sense, subclassification within the ST population can be a solution for this, ma'am.
You support subclassification?
Yes, ma'am.
There is a news that in Telangana, Lambadas will take over the lion's share of reservation benefits. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am. According to the recent reports conducted by many of the surveys, around 45 to 60% of reservation were cornered by the Lambada population because of their educational and economic background.
Right. And Lambadas are also taking second generation, third generation.
Yes, ma'am. Intergenerational transfer of reservation is happening in Lambada community, whereby the most of the Adivasi population and other than Lambadas who are not availing the reservation benefits.
Right. Your option is animal husbandry and veterinary science.
Yes.
So very typical option, unique option we have. And veterinary science is growing subject now.
Yes.
And particularly after various diseases, various viruses that were transferred from animal to humans. Now it's becoming a greater science, veterinary science. Define veterinary science. What do you study in veterinary science?
The course is about 5.5 years, ma'am. In initial years, we study about animal anatomy, animal physiology, and various biochemical tests that are used for disease diagnosis. Then in second year, we study the same subject but in an upgraded version. Then after from the third
I'm
year,
asking what is veterinary science?
veterinary science, it usually deals with study of animal health, animal diseases, and animal husbandry is about domestication of animals, where we learn about how to domesticate animals, how to groom them, how to manage them, how they can be useful for human health.
What is a territorial animal?
Sorry, ma'am.
What is a territorial animal?
Sorry, ma'am. I will like to get update.
Okay. An animal which requires major tracts of area for its food and forage is a territorial animal.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks.
For example, an elephant is a territorial animal. So can you explain about man-animal conflict in India?
Yes, ma'am. Because of population growth and excess of deforestation and urbanization, man is encroaching into the forest areas, whereby there is lack of buffering between the man and animal residents. Thereby, man is entering into the animal territories and animals are entering into the human territories. Thereby, it is leading to some of the clashes between the two living organisms, which are leading to loss of lives from both the sides, both human beings and animals, ma'am. But government is going through some of the buffer programs, traditional initiatives like rearing of honey in the border areas. We are also fencing the border areas. Then that is what I can recall right now.
Right. Do we need a separate ministry for animal husbandry? So the present ministry is agriculture and animal husbandry. Do we need a separate ministry for that at the central level?
Ma'am, there is a separate ministry for animal husbandry also. It has been recently carved out from the agriculture ministry in 2019. The ministry is Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, ma'am.
Okay, super answer. And your mother is an Anganwadi teacher.
Yes.
Tell me the basic ideology behind Anganwadi schools, basic aim behind Anganwadi schools.
So basic ideology behind Anganwadi is based on 4 pillars, ma'am. One is pre-education in a non-formal way. Second is addressing the malnutrition, stunting kind of thing in rural areas. Third is most of the rural economy is highly dependent on agriculture, where the women are going to the farming like of activities, where people lack creche facilities.
Right.
Thereby Anganwadi acts as creche facilities in the rural areas, ma'am.
Good. And you have studied your BSc in College of Veterinary Science, Porutla Jagityal, Telangana, P.V. Narasimha Veterinary University. Recently we have completed the birth centenary of P.V. Narasimha. What is the contribution of P.V. Narasimha to the Indian nation?
One is, as said by one of our Prime Minister, he is the father of economic reforms, and also he is the Prime Minister who has started the nuclear technology in India in a real sense. Then after, he has immensely contributed to the health and education sector during 1991, ma'am. The present science of liberalization and privatization that we are moving towards has been initiated by Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao, ma'am.
Any other interesting facts about P.V. Narasimha Rao? Can you tell some of the books written by him? Translated by him?
Sorry, ma'am.
Do you know Veyi Padagalu?
I have heard about it, ma'am.
Veyi Padagalu, written by Vishwanath Satyanarayana. That was translated by P.V. Narasimha Rao into Hindi, Sahasrafan. He is also a great writer. Then learn more about P.V. Narasimha Rao.
Yes, ma'am.
So, your mother is an Anganwadi teacher. You should also know so many things about integrated child development, ICDS programs,
yes,
and also Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, midday meal scheme, all the programs related to protection of child in India. And, your IAS is first.
Yes.
Second is?
IPS, ma'am.
Third?
IRS, IT, ma'am.
What about IFS?
It is my 5th preference, ma'am.
Why?
Because I like to work in the country in close association with
IFS is also now a great service. You are representing India abroad.
Yes,
It's the
ma'am.
biggest service, in fact. Why you have given a 5th position?
Because of my likelihood towards the nation, where I want to closely work with my people. But if I get a chance, ma'am, if I get
Do
a
you think
chance.
people prefer IFS, don't like the nation?
No, ma'am, it's not like, but it's personal choice, ma'am, because I just wanted to be in India in terms of my parental reasons also.
Okay. Right. How old are you now?
At 25, ma'am.
You are 25. How many attempts you gave in service?
This is my first attempt, ma'am.
Oh, seriously? So all the best, Sharath. You are going to get it.
Thank you.